Coming in hot from Arizona, this is Trevor
and Troy Howard.
And you're on So Tell Us Time. You can have everything you want in your business. Sometimes you just need a little help.
Every business owner would love to charge more for their services, but sometimes you can sacrifice long-term loyalty for a short-term profit.
Creating the right rituals is key to your business having success.
Are you tired of competing with your competitors? Guess what? You don't have to compete if you create.
Hey everybody, welcome. It's another So Tell Us Time. Have you ever heard the old saying, the world doesn't revolve around you? Well, let me tell you something. The world does revolve around you, actually. Because think about it. Your world revolves around you. It's what you want to do that day, what you've got to get done that day, what you want to eat that day, what you want to play that day, how you want to hang out that day, what you're going to wear that day, if you're going to work out that day. I mean, literally, if you think about your world does revolve around you. And guess what? In turn, that also means that the world revolves around your consumers.
Yeah.
Their world revolves around them, your customers. Your potential customers, their world revolves around them. So that old saying of the world doesn't revolve around you is a lie. And we're here to break it today. Breaking news. You've been lied to your whole life. But now we're going to free you. It's the blue pill or the red pill. Which one are you going to take? All right, Troy, give them their options.
All right. So like Trevor said, basically when you're looking at your business and when you're looking at your customers, right, you need to understand that their world revolves around them, and they're going to expect your business to revolve around them as well. So I want you to look at your business this week, right? This is what we're going to be talking about. Taking a look at your business from your client's point of view.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you a couple of examples, a couple of ways to look at it, but I want you to go beyond that. So first one, we'll just take a simple one. Do your business hours make sense for your customers? Mm-hmm. And this one is so interesting.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it just the other day. I was driving down the road and I saw this dentist's office. Yep. And I've seen them all over the place now, where it's like open on evenings and weekends. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what? This dentist is working evenings and weekends?
Right.
Like, that's crazy.
Right.
But then I started to think about it, and I'm like, well, why would he do that?
He's a
why would she do that?
Genius.
Right. Yeah, because think about it. More households than ever are two-income households.
Yeah.
Which means both parents are working full-time.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got the kids that are in school. And I don't know if you have kids, but if you have kids, taking your kids out of school is like a huge pain nowadays, because at least with our kids, it's like, man, if they miss an hour of school, it's like they missed a week.
Yeah. It's a ton of homework.
It's a ton of homework, a ton of things they have to make up because of that 1 hour that they missed. So it's kind of a hassle.
Yeah.
So when you look at that and you go, man, should I pick a dentist that I've got to pull my kid out of school? Oh, by the way, I've got to take a time off of work.
Right.
To do that, I got to use some of my vacation time to take my kid to the dentist.
Or do it unpaid, which sucks.
Yeah, or do it unpaid, right? Do I want to do that? Yeah. Or would I rather just go to a dentist office that has evening appointments?
Right, and that's the thing is, even if it's not kids, even if it's adults, guess what? Your clients have jobs. Like Troy said, more two household incomes than ever before. And so it makes sense. I see all the time these dentists that it's like, well, I work Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8 to 5, but Mondays I'm closed, Wednesdays I'm open till noon, and Fridays I'm off at 10. It's just crazy. Their hours are the most ridiculous thing that I've ever seen. And you know what's funny is too, I more and more now realize, as I've used Google Maps more and more to see businesses after the stupid pandemic, that things being closed, right?
Yeah.
I've got it now. I double check to make sure things are open.
Totally.
Or that their hours aren't odd, because that's one big thing. But I am checking more and more often people's hours, and I am seeing really weird hours. And it's like, that's fine. That's fine. If you're a billionaire, if you're freaking, Donald Trump
Yeah.
or somebody like that, Mr. Tesla, Elon Musk, then you can do whatever you want. That's awesome. But if you're an entrepreneur that is trying to build a business and make money, don't come and complain to me when you're not making enough money and I take a look at your hours, something as simple as when you're open for business, and it's these weird freaking hours that are hard for your customers to use.
Yep, absolutely. I remember in high school, my friend's dad was a dentist, and he never worked on Fridays.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, what an awesome job. He never works on Fridays. Well, guess what? He sold that practice, and that practice is open on Fridays now.
Oh, totally.
Like back in the day, that worked. Kind of like banking hours, right?
Yep.
Oh, the banks are only open from this time to this time. The exact time that everyone's at work and can't go to the bank. Like, it just doesn't make sense anymore. So, does your hours match your customer base?
Right.
Another thing is, does your communication options make sense?
Right. That's a big one.
This one is really important. Trevor and I were talking about someone just the other day, and we were looking at a report, and we're like, wow, they answered 0 of the phone calls that came into their business.
These are leads.
Yeah, these are leads coming in the door, and they answered 0. Every single one of them went to a voicemail.
So ridiculous.
And we were like, how are you going to stay in business?
Yeah, don't come complain to me when you don't have enough business and you're not answering your freaking phone.
Right? And they're like,
crazy.
and it's like, well, they'll just leave a voicemail.
Nope.
Yeah. If they do leave a voicemail, their very next phone call is going to be to your competitors.
Correct.
Who are probably going to pick up the phone, answer their questions, and close the deal.
And I can tell you,
before you even get the voicemail.
Yeah, I can tell you, and listening to these, 1 to 2 out of 10 left a voicemail.
Yeah.
So it's like you're just risking so much. It's crazy.
Yeah. So, are you answering your phones? That's a big one.
Yeah.
Do you give your clients a way to communicate with you in other ways? Like, do they have the ability to send you a text message?
Right.
I can't tell you how many people today don't even want to answer the phone.
That's true.
Right? They don't even want to call anyone on the phone.
We'll talk about personalities. Troy and I are different. Like, I'm the kind of guy that's going to just pick up the phone because I want the freaking answer right now. Like, give it to me now. I'm so impatient. Troy's the kind of guy that's like, hey, I'll shoot you an email, shoot you a text, or I'm sure you're going to talk about this, but web chat, things like that. That's probably his very next thing.
Exactly.
But that's Troy's person. So you got to know people's personalities.
Yeah, and you got to give them those options.
They want convenience.
Exactly. Because again, this revolves around them.
Their world is all about them.
Exactly. And I don't even, it's funny too, because I called someone the other day and their voicemail literally said, do not leave a voicemail. I will never check it. And I'm thinking, okay. But again, it's a new generation, right? They're like, text me. And actually, Vicky Jean called a business the other day, and the business voicemail said, do not leave a voicemail, text me. And I was like, well, at least they gave the option of texting.
Sure.
But again, inconvenient for her because she already called, and first, she was hoping to get someone on the phone. Second, okay, well, I got a voicemail. I'll leave a voicemail. Oh, wait, no. You don't want me to leave a voicemail. You want me to take a third step and now text you, right?
Again, if you are a billionaire, stop listening to this podcast right now because you're fine. You can do whatever the freak you want. But if you are a subscriber of the 4-hour work week and you're not a billionaire, you're doing it wrong. Trust me.
Yeah, you might want to work a few more hours.
Yeah.
And Trevor mentioned it, web chat. It's another great way to let people communicate with you.
Oh, it's so much more convenient. I actually was not a proponent of web chat, right?
Yeah.
But I am using it more and more now because I'll call into Verizon, for instance, okay? Everybody knows who Verizon is. Yeah, and it's like, you're going to be you're very next after 45 people and 3 hours and 10 minutes. I'm just like, what? So then I jump on the web chat, and within a few minutes, I'm chatting with someone. They're taking care of my problem. It's calling businesses, it seems like today, can be a big hassle.
Oh, yeah.
Which should be fixed. But again, at least we are a people of convenience now.
Yes.
Okay? And so you have to have every style of communication available or you're going to lose business. And guess who will get it? Your competitor that does have every style of communication. So cool. If you're like one of them, old school, I don't give a crap type of guys, that's awesome.
Fax me.
Yeah, fax me. Great. Hopefully you're retiring this year. Because if you're not, you're in trouble.
You're going to be retired.
Yeah, they're going to retire you.
So, all right, next one. Do you have a way for clients to get a quote or schedule an appointment instantly?
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I think that's really important. Again, people want convenience. Like if I go, if I'm looking for a service, I don't want to have to pick up the phone and call him and talk to him and, hey, when's he available, blah, 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 blah. No, just give me a button on the website that I can click. I can see what times are available. I can pick the time, I can book it, and I can be done.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I want to do. So whether it's getting a quote of like, hey, tell me what this is going to cost. If you have that ability, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But just at a minimum, being able to schedule an appointment online without having to pick up the phone.
Totally.
Right? That's really important. Because again, I'm going to go back to the, 2-income households, right? If both parents are at work all day, they're not picking up the phone to call the dentist to set up the appointment, right? They're at work, they're trying to get their work done, but they can very quickly jump on a website, schedule the appointment, boom, be done.
Yep.
Right? So you got to think about, again, you need to look at your business from your client's perspective.
Totally.
All right. Anything you want to add, Trevor, before we get to the homework?
No, let's just get to the homework. I mean, well, I guess, yes, I do, because I'm long-winded, suckers. And you're going to listen to me. But the point is, I just want to drive it home that you have to realize you can do some of these, you can do all of these, or you can do none of these.
Yeah.
But each one is going to give you a variation in results. And if you want to have the best results and maximize that business and leads and profit, you do all of them. And if you're not going to do all of them, then you do some of them. Because if you do none of them, if you make it hard to do business with you, you're going to go away.
Yeah.
I promise you that. Okay. And your world will revolve all around you in your own little pity party. All right, guys, homework time. Look at your business from your client's point of view and find one way that you can improve their experience with your company. It's huge, and it can be simple.
Yeah.
Adding one simple thing. If you're a Sotellus client, make sure you add the chat widget.
Yeah.
Okay? That one's automated. You don't have to, it's so funny because people all the time are like, well, I just don't get back to people on web chat fast enough. That's okay. That's what our web chat was built for.
Yeah.
Was to still collect that lead and send it to you so you can follow up with them later, knowing what it is that they're looking for. So just little incremental movements in your business can have big results, right? Okay, guys. Well, we love you. We appreciate you. We're going to catch you on the next episode of So Tell Us Time.